What's up, Minnesota dads? This message is going out to dads who live in Minneapolis, St. Paul, the Twin Cities, or beyond. You maybe live within a car ride of the Twin Cities and you're interested in joining our Fathers for the Fatherless ride. My name is Jeff Zog and I was a part of kind of the startup team 2 years ago. This is our third year that we've hosted Fathers for the Fatherless. I lead a ministry called Dad Awesome, and here's the vision and here's kind of your top questions. So I want to answer your specific questions around joining us in Minneapolis on August 28th. And again, I'm a dad. I'm not like a hardcore cyclist. It's not like my main thing. So I'm going to try to answer questions that will help you guys decide, hey, is this something I want to join or not? And again, half of our team the past few years have been cyclists and half have been pretty new to riding their bikes more than like 10 miles. So that's okay if you're in either group, but watch this video to kind of get your frequently asked questions. So just a reminder quick on the vision and history. So this is our third year. We've raised over $120,000 for the fatherless over the last 2 years. The ride is dads riding on behalf of the fatherless. So it's a two-part mission. One is care for and resourcing for the fatherless. We give half the money fundraised goes local, half the money goes global through our partner ministry Venture. So half's going to go over to Southeast Asia to support orphanages, and half is going to go to our local partner. We're still praying through our leadership teams deciding which organization is going to receive that local check to support that does work with the fatherless. So this is our jersey from last year. We all, when you register, you're going to get a cycling jersey and a pair of bib shorts. You're going to get hooked up with a great cycling gear, and this is really high quality stuff too. So it's going to make you're going to feel good, you're going to look good, and you're going to be a part of the broader team. Last year we had about 50 dads in the Twin Cities ride. We're praying for 200 to 300 dads, much larger size group. To get back for a second to the two sides of the mission, there's one side that's fatherlessness, care for the fatherless. The other side is intentional fatherhood. That's why we're only inviting dads to join us. So some of you are like, well, what does that mean being a dad? If you're pregnant, if you're trying to get pregnant, if you're a grandpa, if you're anywhere in between, we actually have in the FAQs, we outline this is what we mean when we say fathers for the fatherless. We're inclusive, but you need to be a dad or on the journey of becoming a dad. Hopefully, in that range. So it's dads, and the reason for it is intentional fatherhood is woven through everything that we do. We train together, we pray for each other, and the thing that we share is care for and prayer for the fatherless. But we're all dads, and it breaks our heart to know about the epidemic of fatherlessness. But it also, we go home as dads way more intentional in our fatherhood, and that's why we've woven this intentional fatherhood path. And we believe Dad Awesome, again, we can all step into becoming Dad Awesome, and we do that as a team as we train and ride and pray for each other's kids and pray for our own kids and pray for these kids without a dad. So some of the frequently asked questions, one is it a race or is it a ride? It's a ride. It's a team ride. We ride 16 miles an hour. That's going to be pretty equivalent to you riding 14 miles an hour on your own. And if you get out for your first ride of the year and you're like, man, I struggle to ride 13 miles an hour, it takes time, but you build up, and we're going to give you a training plan. You build over time. You're going to build a little more speed. It's amazing how much easier it is to pedal with a group. One, because of the aerodynamic, the Peloton effect, and two, because you're talking with somebody next to you and they're encouraging you and they're cheering you on, and three, because you've logged more rides, it's easier to go faster. So it is 16 miles an hour is about the pace. Do you need a bike? Yes, you need a bike, and most of our team get road bikes. And you can buy a used bike on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. You can buy used bikes, road bikes. You don't have to go out and spend $1,000. You can buy a used bike, but you have to do some active looking for that bike. Also, odds are good that in your circle of friends and family, you got an uncle or an aunt, or you got a neighbor, someone, if you start spreading the word intentionally around who's not using their road bike, that might have one in a garage somewhere that you could just get tuned up and borrow for a season if you don't have one. So there are ways to get a bike. If you decide to join this mission, I believe you'll be able to find somebody to either sell for less money or someone who's like, man, I want to give you a bike. So also, we do have a scholarship fund started. So if you are needing a bike and needing help with the registration cost, we have a scholarship fund and a way to apply on our frequently asked questions page. I'll link it in the video as well. Next question asked, do you have to fundraise? Yes, this is a cause-based ride, so you are fundraising, and we asked dads to commit to $750 of fundraising. Now, of the 90 dads who have joined us the past few years, we've averaged $1,600 fundraise. So our partner ministry Venture gives us an app, makes it easy. We gamify the experience, and through just some intentional text messages, emails, and social media posts. And then I didn't handwrite it. I typed out individualized letters, folded it up, put it in an envelope, put a stamp on it, and mailed it to 5 people. It was amazing. I call it the 555 strategy. 5 texts, 5 emails, 5 letters, and over $1,000 came in from just doing that. It took me a total of about a half hour to send those 15 things out. So anyways, we help you with that process. The other question is there training rides? And yes, all over the Twin Cities, all summer long, there's going to be training rides, and that's kind of 12 weeks leading up. So is there a registration deadline? Yes, there is. Minneapolis, it's May 14th. So keep an eye on that. From the time of releasing this video, it's about 5 weeks out. That deadline saves you $25. So the cost is $150 to register. That covers your kit, your cycling kit, and a bunch of the ride expenses and support. So there is that deadline, and then the price goes up to $175, and you can register almost through the end of June. I think it's the 28th of June is our cutoff. But you want to register earlier because we have Pastor Mark Batterson's giving his book to every single guy in the team, and we have a coaching call with him in early June. Training is going to start in early June, so you want to register sooner rather than later. And there is always a potential that this is going to sell out. So I don't want you to just wait. Register, even if you don't have a bike yet, but you're like, I can track down a bike. I believe you can track down a bike. Get yourself registered, and then that will compel you to go take the steps necessary and find yourself a road bike. So those are some of the questions asked. We all wear a helmet. We have all kinds of safety training. We are not just riding our bikes to get it done. We're riding our bikes to actually form brotherhood and to form, there's something about rallying dads around a cause, and it's about way more. It's about way more than just logging miles, guys. This mission is going to break our hearts for the fatherless. It's going to change our lives. Our families are going to see, our kids are going to see a dad who's doing a hard thing for kids that don't have a dad, and it's going to change your fatherhood journey, joining us for Fathers for the Fatherless. So I want to encourage you guys, go on the website, F4F.bike, F4F.bike, get yourself registered, send us any questions you guys have, and just really excited to ride with you this year in Minneapolis on August 28th.